Now, a lot of educators may have challenges in terms of how to create a particular workspace or specifically a handout where students can actually show their work and take advantage of the spaces that are available on the page. And so in order for you to accomplish this here where, for example, quite difficult to take advantage of all these spaces around, or rearranging things in a way that can fit as much questions as possible. Here are some great ideas in order for you to accomplish this. So first is that looking at this format, as you look at below, we have this particular setting that puts the questions side by side, and to pull that off, all you notice is that this here is actually a table format that enables you to be able to not only create the table but also take advantage of these border features, like for example hiding, like showing no border. But if you want all borders to be present, here they are present right here. But I prefer it sometimes to just show that there is no border, so that the students can actually be able to use up the space at their disposal. Now next here is that we have another way by which you can play around with some setup here, also in terms of tables. Like for example here, when you have many questions that you want to answer, sometimes all these questions, if you stack them up top to bottom, they take up a lot of space. But in order for you to manage space, what you can do is create a table here like we showed you on our previous video, and so the table here will have space that is larger for the graph in this case to be shown. Or you can remove the line, and to remove the line, all you do is just tap on the space of focus here, and once you do that, you should be able to go to the layout, and then you can either split the cell or merge cells. In this case, to merging is what you're going for, merging the cells together. Otherwise, if you want to merge, all you do is highlight this and also that, and then you can take advantage of the merge cell. Or on the other hand, if you want to split it, then we can just pick the one cell here and we can split it in here by clicking on this, and you should take this advantage of all this, how many you want to split it by, and you should be good to go. So that is the second method by which you can take advantage of the space at your disposal to get the maximum result possible for your students to show their skills. And next here is using this particular format where you're going to be lining up your setup side by side to each other, where you have the first column here that is assigned for the first questions, and you're going to the later questions, which is at the next column right over here. So now to accomplish this, all you have to do is go to the specific layout, and once you click on layout, we have columns, and once you click on that, you can put it either just one column, two columns, you can have three columns. That is kind of pushing it for math, I must say, because but then you can have left here. This is great in terms of maybe on the left side you have maybe some answers, and then the main side at the right side are all questions that they should answer. And on the other hand, you can also do the same thing, but for the right side, or you have more options for columns, and you can actually set it up in a way that best fits. You can have this setup here where you have the main body in full, and then you can split it into different parts here, and then you can have your main body present at the bottom. So it's up to you in terms of how you're going to pull this off, but it all comes down to how your student is going to be able to interpret this. I actually had a student on while the student was working, the question one answers were set up in the next one beside it, and I was like, no, it's not supposed to be that way. And it's a good experience for your kids to be able to figure out that, hey, you know, when you're using this particular type of format, you should answer from top to bottom, not from side to side. So that is something to keep in mind in here. Based on this particular format, you can adjust the specific boundaries, and in order for you to accomplish that, what you do here is go on your view, and then you click on the ruler, and once you click on it, now you have the left side, and you have at the top showing rulers that you can stretch to have more space that fits. Like for example, in this case right here, what you do is you put your mouse on the specific two-headed arrows that shows the dotted lines there, and you click, hold and drag, and now you can now fit in more if you want. And on the other side here, you can click, hold and drag, and you can fit in more information that is needed. So you're taking advantage of the space here, and this is not only applicable to this but to other areas, and as well as the top here, in terms of just being able to, of course, in here, once you click on the specific area that you want, you can drag by moving your mouse cursor to this here, and you should get your arrow. I'm trying to find the arrow. Yep, and then you click, hold and drag, and now you can fit in more in that particular space right there. So in here, those are the things to keep in mind in terms of manipulating the header and the foot according to the titles here. But other things you can keep in mind also is this as well. You can also adjust it to whatever number that you want, and you should be able to take advantage of this in this particular manner. So I hope you found this really informative. Please hit a comment down below. Let me hear your thought about the ways by which you can take advantage of the spaces so that your document can actually be used to its maximum potential, not only in math, but I'll say in other subject areas. If you find this really informative, hit a comment down below. Let me hear your thought about this. By that way, we can talk to you soon. Stay smart as always, and believe in yourselves.